and ladies?
Good.
Great.
More enthusiasm today, it seemed like.
Yeah, I kind of had my mind made up that we would, after yesterday was a very physical day, and I kind of felt like we might come out feeling a little sorry for ourselves. I had my mind made up to do some things that were going to force them to have a good practice, and I didn't have to too much, so I thought that was a step in the right direction. Came out and had some good energy. Our first competition was really good to get us kicked off started and then kind of carried over. So I was pleased with their effort and attitude.
Barry and Bo both made some throws that looked really some of the best throws they've made.
Yeah, they did, and then they made some of the worst ones about 5 minutes later. So, it's just a process. They are getting better, no doubt. I think yesterday and today they took steps in the right direction. We still make some very poor decisions at times, but everything's still relatively new to them. Even though they had some practices in spring, they shared those reps with 4 guys, and I do think you see them getting better. And they did make some really nice throws today. You're exactly right.
On some of those interceptions in that drill that you're talking about, is that all the quarterbacks making reads?
No, I know 2 in particular. I thought the receivers just gave up on routes and should have fought to make sure it's just incomplete at worst. So you're right. There certainly wasn't just them on that drill.
Is there any separation among them, or are they still as close as they were at the beginning?
It depends on which practice I come out of. Right now, I don't feel like there's enough to say that the one's ahead. Again, I think you're going to see both of them, and it kind of play out in the first few weeks.
It helps them when they're getting a little better protection.
Yeah, our protection's gotten better. Our backs are protecting better. Our O-line's protecting better, and no doubt that makes you a better quarterback. And that is one of the bigger improvements we've had in a short time.
With Dante missing so much time this week, has any receiver or 2 stepped up a little bit?
Sanders. I love Vince Sanders. Think he's bringing it every practice. He wants to compete. And glad we have him. We still got to get more out of Terrell, and Jamez is doing good too. Jamez, but we expected that out of him. But it was really nice to see Vince take more of a leadership role.
Grant was saying the other day he thought you probably needed 8 receivers to do this.
Be nice.
Do you have? How close to that are you right now?
It's too early to tell. Another guy, Cody Core, keeps showing flashes, but he's going to make mental mistakes. He's swimming when we're going fast. He starts swimming, as do the young tailbacks and stuff, but he's going to be fine. So that will help us get up around 6, 7, or 8.
What's Jeff Scott?
Day to day. Just precautionary things. Anytime you have any symptoms from a blow to your helmet, you got to be precautious. You got to take care of him, make sure he's healthy. So, but he's pretty close to symptom-free this morning.
How about your depth at running back? How is that going?
Cautiously optimistic, but just want to keep him healthy. But I do think using Randall like we are, and the 2 young ones, and even Nick Parker and Devin Thomas is, they're doing the things that they can do, and I feel better about that than I did before we started.
At this point in game 1, how many freshmen do you think?
5 right now. Well, probably more, 6 or 7. I think we only have 13 or so, and I'd say 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. Kind of depends on Charles's injury. If we had to go with a game today, we would play 2 freshmen back there for sure. If he's healthy, then maybe not both of them.
Most consistent freshman.
Isaac Gross. Every day he shows up.
Who?
Isaac Gross. Thank you, guys. Thank you.